things to fix. Ant's agenda. So Sark's going to call timeout. But, you're right about folks. It's actually saying, he's had his chance. He can't be any better than last year for Lee Murphy. Let's get that. I had a lot of people DMing me saying that. I don't think they're saying that now. But in Alabama, the conversation might be, Milroe showed some nice stuff, a couple of deep balls. We know he's a great runner. The 2 interceptions were crushing. Will there be an internal conversation in the Alabama coach's office relative to going forward? I think there has to be. Right? I mean, there's a reason Milroe's playing because he
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He's coming off a solid week, 300 passing yards on the dot. It's the Ravens and the Bengals, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Howell, first play, going to throw it. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Elliott. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 16 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Howell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And Howe will throw it. He'll get this out wide to Penny. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
With a lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
I know coaches always tell us that they make decisions about these types of plays, this type of a fake, earlier in the week to take the emotion out of the deal. I don't know that that was really true here. This one felt like all of a sudden, hey, I have a feeling about let's go ahead and get it, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I know one thing. They wish they had it back.
Yeah, they certainly do, but the buck stops with the head coach on that one. He has to greenlight that attempt.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 10 carries, 93 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. The Ravens had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign, dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
They did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game. Intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Micah Parsons. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Play action. Now Richardson. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
To about the 48-yard line. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now for Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Little bootleg here. Howell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Now Howell. Got a man open, it's Sutton. He's still on his feet. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take. Second quarter. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score
So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. First down, Howell to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them the ball game.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. A handoff left, Elliott. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Come on.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Second down, here's Richardson. He's got his man downfield, it's Robinson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Give that sack to Kobe Dean.
Brings up 2nd down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Tempo. Bring it. Mustang 19.
Richardson looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Richardson. He's got this complete to Robinson. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Nwangu. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Richardson. They go with a screen to Gore. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
Let's go now.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Richardson to throw again after the pick 6. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Warrior 70.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Yeah, Richardson yet again. Here's one deep for Pickens. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
7 Pirates.
A final shot before the half. Richardson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive
on
that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 5. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll run with Robinson, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's...
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gets this out wide to Pickens. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Well, Richardson going to move him around. Robinson up the middle. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The pass caught by Olave. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. There, Richardson back to throw it. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And the defense, they get to Howell. Will go down here. Dayo Odengbo in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McCoy, and that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Here's Richardson to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 118 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
After running it, now Richardson will throw it. Olave holds it in. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Richardson looking to throw this. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Again, it's Robinson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
At the 16-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
Here we go.
2nd and 9. Richardson working from the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Trap 50, trap 60.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Bengals drive about to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, he did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it will go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Richardson's throw caught by Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Option play. Here's Robinson. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
19 sight, 19 Lions.
Richardson now on 2nd down. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Armstead running straight ahead. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Richardson. This one taken in by Olave. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Hey, Smash. Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60.
Richardson. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Here's 1st and goal. Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Richardson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now, has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy
try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. This is 1st and 10.
Warriors 70.
Now Richardson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. Howell going to go down to a knee, and that should just about wrap this up. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and it was a bit of a strange game.